Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this thing. I hope it can work out well. It's just okay. Yeah, I think I'm good. So happy Sunday. Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this thing. I hope it can work out well. Let's see if we can get the mic on. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I think I'm good. So happy Sunday. Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday. I'm trying to adjust this thing. I hope it work out well. Let's see if we can get the mic on. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I think I'm good. So okay. So you guys, today I wanna be talking about Dikeh. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think it's good. Okay. Sorry, I'm using my phone. I'm not used to this. God, I'm not used to this. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Tonto Dikeh today, and what I really want to talk about is this. Hello, yeah, you can hear me. I really want to talk about a deliverance situation. Okay. So if you're not living under the rock, Tonto Dikeh was doing a deliverance for one young lady the other day. I don't know whether I'm the only one that saw that, but when Tonto Dikeh was holding the head of this girl down, even at some point my husband asked me, did Tonto Dikeh offended me or something? I said, no, Tonto Dikeh did not do anything to me, but I'm just worried for that girl. Like, how are you doing a deliverance for someone and you pin them down like that, and you have these blade kind of nail, all these long, extremely long nails that they all do, and this nail is these nails, the acrylic nails. What is going on? Why am I hearing back? I don't know where I'm hearing back myself. What is going on? Oh my god. What is going on? Why am I hearing back? I don't know where I'm hearing back myself. I'm not used to using phone. Anyway, you guys, like I'm saying, so she was going on with this deliverance and she was pinning the girl down. So I was surprised. I really, I'm going to try and see if I can show you guys the bit where really scared me. It's not that the way the guy is shouting, but literally. Why is it talking back? I'm going to try and see if I can show you guys where really scared me. It's not that the way the guy is come back. I don't know if it's normal for me to keep hearing myself back. So anyway, you guys, like I'm saying, I I was watching it and I was like really scared for that girl. And why I'm scared is not because she's getting delivered, it's because of the way Tonto Dikeh was pinning her down. And I'm like, leave her alone. That's it's like she's gonna hurt this girl by that nails like be a kanasha. And she was I'm just thinking in myself, yeah, good. You have really turned to proper radical for Jesus compared to what you used to say you were before. But this is not the way to go about it. Number one, what is your camera doing there? Doing deliverance around. You can do evangelism with your camera rolling. A lot of people did not see what went down, what actually happened. The thing is, totally can forget that people rarely read. You post something, people are not reading what you post up on your page. They're just looking at the video or the picture. That's what I realized. Like, people prefer visual. That's why it's very common now that people just go with anything, because people prefer to see what you're talking to them. You will see some people post stuff on the blog. They don't even know what this person is talking about, and you will see them already putting comments. Someone will just be celebrating themselves. It's not their birthday, they will be putting comments. They just look at the picture, what the picture look like. So now a lot of people doesn't have the context. Like this girl actually, according to Tonto Dikeh, I'm not there, but obviously Tonto Dikeh claimed that this girl, they went to their school for evangelism, and when they went there for the evangelism, the girl decided to give her life to Christ. And in the process of giving her life to Christ, the girl uh, came back to them as they were going. The thing Tonto Dikeh need to realize is that, yeah, I understand that she's using her celebrity status for something good for the kingdom of God. But at the same time, what if this girl just made up that thing simply because she really wants to be close to you, or she really wants you to give her attention? Hello, sis. How are you? I'm still going to call you. I was supposed to call you. Hola. Oh God. Oh God. Hello? Hello, if you can hear network. Yes. It's back now. I don't know what happened. It just went off. Devil is a liar. Devil is truly a liar, because you can see like the shape this thing brings on is simply because, yeah, thank God. It's simply because I couldn't get my camera to work, or maybe it was the software. If you've been joining me for a couple of weeks now, you will know that I'm having difficulty with my software that I use to do my live video, but I'm trying to fix that. It could be my camera, but then the tripod even broke entirely, so there's nowhere to put the camera. That's why I decided to do the phone thing, since I have a small tripod for my phone and everything is still going crazy. That's why I said devil is a liar. I know I'm not one of these people that turn everything to spiritual, but sometimes, because that there's something spiritual about life, you need to realize that yes, life is spiritual. Anyway, as I am saying, so I'm trying to see if I can read what Tonto Dikeh said, because a lot of us, somebody like me, I went back to her page to actually go and see what was going on. And she said today, God allowed me. Let me first show you, if it's very possible for me to show you when she was praying for that girl. Or maybe she deleted that bit, I don't know. But I really want you to see that bit. Maybe I'm just freaking out for no reason. I don't know, but I know that that part that I saw, yeah, this is the bit I was talking about. I don't know if you guys can see it. Did you see the way she was? Look at her nails. Look at her nails. She was literally praying for the girl, and at some point she was pressing on her eyes. Look at her nails. Like, I'm not saying don't do deliverance or don't do things like set people free and all that, but the problem I have is the way is, sometimes I understand you want to deliver someone, but please, 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 please try and dress accordingly, and also, you know get prepared. Look at her nails. The nails can actually pinch the eyes of the girl. I don't know why she wasn't thinking about that before going on this mission. Anyway, this is what she said. She said today, God allowed me to see a glimpse of the ministry He has placed upon my life. I was delivered from the marine world so that I may become an instrument in His hands to deliver others. As we were driving out after our evangelism at the school today, I suddenly sensed a spirit of death hovering around the environment. I immediately shared I immediately shared this with my team and we began to pray. In less than 2 minutes, a young girl ran up to me and asked that I pray for her. Her friends encouraged her to speak, and she shared that she has been seeing bats appearing around her repeatedly. We began to pray, and the Holy Spirit spoke over the presence and the glory of God filled that moment. The spirit of wine was confronted, the demonic attack was broken, and God's power brought deliverance. To the glory of God, she was also one of the students who gave her life to Christ earlier, which made the work of God even more powerful and timely. My team and I will be following up with her as the Lord continues his work in her life. God is only just beginning with us as a team. And eventually she thanked, I want to sincerely honor and thank my spiritual father and mother, Atri Jereze at Enojeri, for raising radical soldiers for God, women who are changing the narratives and advancing the kingdom of God against the kingdom of darkness. Papa, thank you for praying over and blessing the material we used. God truly went before us, made a name for himself, and his, which is all of these things are good. But the thing is this, it's good to do, evangelism. At the end of the day, one thing I always tell people is this: they always say, oh, some people are this, some people are fake, some people are. If you understand that life is spiritual, you will understand the spirituality that is behind you praying or you asking God for a lot of things. But the problem I have with this kind of situation is that, they will say, oh, you can't tell somebody how to dress. No, I'm not God. I'm not going to judge you. But that deliverance looks so hazardous to me. Maybe it is me, maybe some people might not see it that way. But what if you pinch the eyes of this girl? These nails are sharp, especially the stiletto one that she was wearing is called stiletto and it's really long. What if you pinch the girl? If you're talking about health and safety, that should come first. So I believe she needs to think about the health and safety of people she's laying hands on. Even the ones that I have, it's not even as long as I see. It's not as long, but because it's sharp, whenever I'm doing anything or I'm helping my daughter, she's like, oh, your nail pinched me. And I'm not even pressing on her to pray for her or anything like that. So I think she needs to be wary of that. And people will always say, oh, you that you are praying for someone, do you even have the Spirit of God? It's left to you, because people need to realize that delivering people is not an easy job, is not an easy task. Is I know everything is not movie, because people will say, oh, it doesn't happen in real life like movies. All these movies you're watching, do you know some of these things has happened in real life? That's what people don't realize. Sometimes this thing has happened in real life and some people are using it to make movies as experience. Some people have experienced it, and you see some of these actors, they will come to programs, interviews, and they will mention how they are attacked simply because they take some roles and there was attack because of that roles that they took up. So by the end of the day, if Tonto decided to put her life in line like that, because it's more or less like you're putting your life in danger, let her go for it, because she believes in the God she serves. She believes that the Lord she served and the auction that she's under is protecting her. However, a lot of people, one thing about me is this, I always say to people, but I know so many people this thing. If you don't have any good thing to say about certain things, just be quiet. You don't have to say anything. Just waka pass. I always tell people this. Some people will feel the need to attack someone else. Some people will feel the need to attack your comments. That is why you will rarely see my comments. So many times I wish to say something, but I don't want to say anything simply because I know that some people are just out there to attack you. Some people are just out there to attack in the comment section, and some people, they attack because they believe that it makes them feel better anyway. So I know a lot of people came out and condemned whatever it is that Tonto Dikeh did, how she went about it, the way everything went. But for me, the only issue I have is that clause. I call it claws because it looks like claws. Those nails are extremely long. She needs to change the style of nails. See, worshiping God, following God, doing evangelism, all these things are sacrifice. And I'm not saying she has to wrap her head. I'm not one of that Christian that, oh, you have to look a certain way before you can preach the word. No. But the thing is, there are some things that it's not even about being moral or immoral, it's about the health and safety. What if you poke the girl with that nails, with that stiletto? I don't know if, because the thing is, the girl is not going to say anything. Do you have to wound someone in the process of delivering them from the spirit of hovering around, from the spirit of pie that is hovering around them? I don't think so. And if this girl is being hurt in the process of all these things, she won't say anything because she just believes that she's getting delivered from whatever spirit that is hounding her. So anyway, moving on, a lot of people came for her, and VDM, anything that has to do with people that are at the top, VDM will always be the number one to attack. If things are going on and he feels that these people are not going to bring him exposure, he's not going to say anything. You can take what I'm saying to the bank. That's what I've noticed about him. Is whenever something happens and it has to do with a celebrity, a big celebrity, even if it's a small one, he won't really bother. But you have to be, you have to be upping, tapping, and trending, and you have to be one of the top one there. That is when it will feel the need to say something. Yet this guy keeps saying that he's not a content creator. He's a content creator because whenever any topic arises, you sit down, set your camera, and start making video. So obviously you are a content creator. Anyway, that aside, just today as I was getting ready, about getting ready to do this live, because I was thinking maybe I should leave the live video today, do something else, do another video, and maybe just do shorts and all that. Everything I want to say about this, maybe I should put it in short. Then I saw a video he made. I'm going to show you that video whereby he was still talking about this situation, despite warning number one, he want Tonto Dikeh that Tonto Dikeh should stay off his ghetto because that school is one of the school he's done something at or something like that, blah, blah, blah. Like maybe he's provided something for that school. So that's his area, that's his abode. Not that he's living there, maybe he grew up there, I don't know. But he was literally telling Tonto Dikeh to stay off his ghetto, that he should leave them alone, that the rich kids need deliverance, but she's not going to start with them. She's starting with the kids in the ghetto, that this is what you guys do. You target these poverty-stricken area kids that you try to brainwash. He said a lot of things, but again today he now said, I'm gonna go on that page and just show you what he said, because when I saw it, I'm just like, I just hope nobody responds to this thing, because the thing is, there are some things you don't respond to. There are some things you don't respond to, because what he said in that, I saw something. um what did he say? That he saw a vision. Yeah, I saw a vision, blah, blah, blah. And and I'm thinking to myself, you saw a vision that Jereze should be careful. He should be careful because they're getting close, maybe because of the YouTube money or some crazy clown nonsense like that. Okay. Let me see. I think I got it here. Okay. Let me see if I can play that thing for you. I just woke up with a vision now. Very easy. Be careful. They are coming close. Then fuck you, don't finish. Can you imagine? Is like, what disrespect is that? If they F you, you are finished. Like, this man of God has never have any scandal. nothing has happened for you to be seeing that useless kind of vision. Yeah, Beji. Hi. Hi, oh. Hello. How are you? Sorry, I'll ring you after. I know I owe you one. Thanks for joining us. So I was just thinking to myself, like, it's Tonto Dikeh that did something. What's with Jereze that you are now passing a message to? What kind of disrespect? Then I realized that, yeah, main character syndrome. Jereze is like number one YouTuber, like the most watched, the one that makes most money, and the one that is the most watched or something in maybe in Africa. I believe so. In fact, in the world, he is number three, maybe number three in the world. And see, I joined that program. Sometimes there's 300,000, 400,000 day in, day out. This man is on YouTube. Even people that are not him, that is, it's somebody that is in number one, number two. What do they do that is different? They are there 24/7. I don't care how. Is it not me that I'm struggling now to even put all these things together? I want to start a podcast. I don't even know how to like put all these things together. I called someone, you know, like inquire from someone that I want to put up these, I want to do that. I'm trying to set up like a podcast whereby it's going to be two people sitting and everything. The quotes for me is crazy. It might not be up to that in Nigeria, but obviously here, so that's why you need to learn like DIY. You need to do a lot of things yourself. The setup I have before, I had to keep doing everything myself, but it takes time. I have to watch a lot of YouTube, but because I'm not, some days are good, some days are not, but I just proclaim that all days are good in Jesus' name. So to even sit down and watch hours and hours and hours of videos before you now get the one that will give you what you really wanted. Now imagine a team. Because the thing is that people just see Pastor Jereze Shakarababaing, praying, coming up. Even for that alone, hey, I say kundusi. Talk less of now the team putting all these things together. This man will come to UK, go to America for the convention on Saturday. They will have it on Saturday. The prep is going on. They will have it on Saturday. Is in UK today. And the following day, Sunday, they will have a service. And I'm wondering, how do they do it? Does this man not rest? I always look at that, but then when it comes to VDM, he always thinks that I don't know. I don't know who hurt him when he was young. A lot of the people that follows him doesn't see this. They don't realize this thing. I always say he has main character syndrome, but the problem is way way deeper than that. I think I'm not a therapist, but I have discernment spirit, and if I can really, really think and see what is going on with him that made him do such, that whoever is at the center of attention or center or of something at the moment, he wants to take that away and he brings that attention to himself. And what I realize is that maybe he wasn't given much of attention as a child. Maybe he was ignored a lot as a child. Maybe they don't even listen to him, like he didn't get his time. I don't know whether he is the first child, but sometimes things like that could affect you. Sometimes as a first child you have to grow up quickly, especially in Africa, in Nigeria, but especially in Africa as large. They make firstborn be like the mom, the small mom of the home, and they put a lot on them. Same thing with men, they put a lot of burden on them. So I don't know whether that is the case with him, but what I notice is that he likes to be the center of attention, and whenever he doesn't get his way, he acts like this petulant child that couldn't get what he wanted. Because I don't know how Pastor Jerry got into it, but I really like to hear what you guys think about Tonto Dikeh's style of deliverance, and also bringing camera to all that, and more so with that kind of nails, laying on of hands on people. I'm not saying don't get your nails nice and neat. I have mine, but what I'm saying is that, you know, let it be normal. Don't let it be overdone to the extent that it could actually pinch someone, it could actually hurt someone. Maybe because I lived in a country whereby there are certain procedural protocols that you have to follow. Health and safety is something they will read to you anywhere, any job. You need to follow the health and safety. I remember when I got into fashion school, they told us you can't have long hair. It's not that you can't have it, but you have to put it in a ponytail, because if a machine cut on it, it can roll you over, it can do anything. So it's always good to put health and safety in check. I would like to hear your opinion about that. And another thing I want to speak about is, uh do you guys know about the attack that happened? Before I go into doomsday and doomslot of Iran, Israel, US, God, God should just help us, because the thing is, a lot of people, because you're not living right in that country, or living where you are seeing all these cluster bombs playing jujitsu in the air, you don't know anything is actually going on, because a lot of the experts will say that we are already in the third war. Maybe because it's like, you know, the first world country fighting a third world country who they've had beef with for 47 years, I believe, because the Ayatollahs of the Iran, they came in 1979. So I think that's 47 years. So anyway, before I go into that, do you guys know that Boko Haram actually attacked? As I was going through what I'm speaking about, then I came across this news, but they were trying to, I don't think they want to say much about how many people were buying. But if I'm correct, when I read on Instablog, it says about 40, and it includes colonels, you know, top ranking people. And I'm like, what is going on in Nigeria? If the top ranking military officers are not safe, who are we, the civilians, then? Because that place supposed to be a fortress, and the Boko Haram has the audacity to move in. This is not the first time, but I don't know this one. The statistics, like the people they were mentioning that was buying, is a lot. So I don't know what is going on, but I know there is a lot of sabotage efforts going on, even though I'm not in support of this government. And it's not because it's Tinubu, or because it's Tinubu and Shetima, or Muslim ticket, or whatever. It's not about religion, it's not about the tribe. It's just about a party that has done nothing in the past, how many years now, running to 12 years. Because the thing is, people don't realize, if you are mentioning Buhari, that's why I was trying to explain to someone. A lot of people don't really understand politics. You know, they thought they are voting for Tinubu. No, you are voting for his party. Party always have policy, and they follow their policy. Policy is not made by just one person. Policy is made by the entire party. Even if this person now wants few changes here and there, they still have to follow the party policy. And what I see there is that a lot of people were just voting, saying that, oh, Omale Yoruba, some people are Omale Yoruba because they did not vote Tinubu. Some people are this because they were calling out the things they were saying. And I looked at them and I'm thinking to myself, you guys are so silly, because the thing is this: politicians follow the policy of their party. Even if they have new thing to introduce, they run it through the party, and the party will okay it. If the party doesn't want to okay that, then it's done. So now look at it. Buhari was ruling for 8 years. And another tactics that I noticed these people mentioning is the tactics of saying that, oh, things are changing, hope is here, change is here. Like, when did people actually want to wake up that these people don't care about whatever hope, the false hope they are selling you is a lie? Like, when do you actually want to wake up? Especially the Gen X and the millennials. I'm talking about the younger Gen X, and also we can see the boomers. We know they already fall into the trap already. The older Gen X has already fall into the same kind of trap. What about millennials? Where are you? Because the people I am making noise are the Gen Z. And the problem is that these people were only raised with computer. So the only thing they know is to mouth off. Like this saying that good time make weak men make hard time make strong men. So I think the process we are now is like the good time has already created these weak men already. The weak people are now already created this bad time that we are in, and nobody is ready to go in except the good. Evil thrive when good people does nothing. So if we're talking about Tinubu, Buhari, it's the same thing. It's just two sides of a coin. That was what I was explaining to that person. And this person was telling me, well, you are Yoruba, Tinubu it's not about tribe. It's about the party. If one party is not favoring you, if their policy, they show you their policy. Because the thing, what I notice is that it's not even about policy of things they are planning to do, of things they really want to do, of the promises. It's about, Omale Yoruba, if you don't vote for Yoruba. It's about, Muslim ticket, Muslim Christian ticket, Christian, like, church religion for Nigeria. All these things is not what you look at when you're thinking about who actually is going to do a policy that you think will change your life, not a false hope. Because the thing with me is that if I live in Nigeria, I will never vote for Tinubu. It's not because Tinubu is a bad person, because I know, not because his health is failing or he is this, but I will not vote for him simply because his party was there for 8 years and they did nothing. They bring hardship, they bring a lot of bad things, and the business of kidnapping thrived and boomed under the ruling of Buhari, which is APC. And Tinubu comes under the same umbrella, and you think things are going to be different. Now look at it. Military base being attacked. What do you want to say about that? And we're talking about civilians. Do you know this same government telling us that I was seeing one saying that the food prices has been scrapped to half. And I'm like, seriously? Did I just not bought bags of rice for 55,000? They will come in, they will make things go up. Because when Tinubu came in before Tinubu came in during Buhari time, rice was like 30K, 35K, and it came in, rice went up to like 70 something. And they brought it down to 55 and they were saying times are good. Like, does people even think? And these people will come out and be like, oh, the government is now working, things are getting better. How is it getting better? When exchange rate before he came in was like 750, 800, it's not even 1,000, then it goes to 750, 800, 900. Is like, I'm talking to pounds. I'm not even talking to dollars. Let's put dollars, because dollars is like the common one. Then he came in and the money went to like 1,500, 1,600, and people in Obodo Imbo are saying that, things are really good for us because you're changing money. Money is a lot when you change it. But what about the goods? What about the goods that are expensive? What about the inflation that is going on? So I just think that it's more or less like bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé ayé ń ṣe everybody. You just like people just don't think anymore. I always say this thing that we live now, the time we're living in, we live in a time of information, but yet we are ill-informed, misinformed. You know, we don't even have the right information, or we are being propagandized and we always fall into all of it. I am excluded, to be honest, because I will always say it. To be a politician, you have to be a great big liar. If you cannot lie, then you cannot be in politics. That is the qualification for being in politics. So that's why I always tell people, if you say, oh, I'm a born again Christian, like you are spiritual, not just religious, you're spiritual and you are into politics. Almost back there, politics is like a vampire. You get in there, they bite you, they turn you, you turn into vampire. Even if you come with a clean blood, they suck you and you will turn. Look at this woman, Natasha. Look at Natasha. She's doing great things for her constituents, and they are squeezing the daylight out of her because they don't like the way she's exposing them, that this money is more than enough to cater for your constituents. But no, these people are not ready to do that. All they want to do is siphon the entire thing. The greed in them is crazy. When one person alone will be taking billions and billions and billions of naira, till today, Abacha loot is still there. They're still collecting. Those ones they collected during Buhari, where are the loots? That's why I said I don't really like to talk about politics because it just makes you go crazy. The things that they do, it just makes you go crazy. And the problem there is that they look at you crazy as if you don't even know what they are doing. So anyway, I just pray for the families of those military that lost their lives, because even when activists, people are trying to protest for them, to help them, to try and let them see the light. Like, when are you guys going to join the populace and actually ask for accountability from your government? But no, these people, they follow the order like a zombie, and see, they are out to the slaughterhouse. I'm trying to watch what I say because of YouTube. I'm trying to, that's why I'm like, I don't, I want to call it like a, let the slaughter like a lamb. But I don't know. Because as I'm hearing, is a lot of people, and the Tinubu, we always come out and be like, oh, we are working on it. The one I wanted to tell you, those 200 and something school children, or some people they kidnapped in Niger. Do you know, allegedly, this government paid about $7 million to the Boko Haram. So what's the deterrent to these people? When the president, like the presidency, the leader of the country is allegedly paying the terrorists $7 million, that rolls into how much? Calculate it in naira. So are we not doomed? And someone will be there, oh, Nigeria will be great, let's just keep praying for our president. Sorry, pray for yourself, because your president you are praying for is stealing money. Your president you are praying for is siphoning, is making himself and his family rich, his generation is creating generation wealth through your toils, through your suffering. The one that pisses me off recently is their tax system, whereby they just bring tax to people. Like, are you guys so silly? Like, how greedy could you be? You have more than enough. Nigeria has crude oil, Nigeria has all of these things, the resources is there, but no, you are just a puppet. The puppet master is up there puppeteering you guys, and you are making the citizens suffer. So I don't know. They just turn it to like, oh yeah, delay. Just like Tinubu will say, Emi lokan, Iwo lokan for who? And see, all these things makes me segue into all these Reno or Mercury. There's another new one. It was my husband that was telling me about him. I'm going to play his audio because he told me about it. I've not listened to it, but let's listen to this one. So a quick warning, trigger warning. If you get triggered by Reno or Mercury, someone said it's goat that was called or Mercury in Anambra or Imo, I don't know. But if you know Reno or Mercury, he's somebody that has said so many nasty things about Tinubu in the past, but now he's eating his own poo-poo. He's saying so many great things, how Nigeria is wonderful, it's great. You know, anywhere Bele face now, they made him an ambassador to Mexico. I just hope the El Chapo, all these people fighting in Mexico don't bring down his head. God forbid. So this video is long, but what this man is saying is that
I'm not aware of that one. You're not aware of Moriniki Saka, who said, I began to scream for help. I had to crawl my way out of the room. The missile tore through her apartment building, according to the Washington Post. How about Musa Soliu? I was in my room. I was buried under the ruins. I don't know how to restart my life. My belongings are destroyed. Houses were not destroyed. Are you telling us that Nigerian citizens are lying about being bombed by the US? I am saying that the military operation that was conducted on that day was targeted as terrorists, and we hit them. You have a history of not hitting terrorists and hitting civilians. You know that, right? Well, on December 21st,
Azamendi. I know this Azamendi.
People who were hit in an accidental airstrike on Christmas Day 2024. Do you just bomb every Christmas? When? Christmas Day 2024 and Christmas Day 2025. I dispute that fact. We'll take it up with the Nigerian Air Force. Let me ask you this: since President Tinubu came to office in 2023,
why is this guy lying? Why is this guy lying?
You have bandits. You have
this happened.
Herders and farmers. Nigeria is now of foreign interest in Nigeria. I'm sure Nigeria is now the 5th deadliest country in the world.
Can you imagine?
I acknowledge the fact that we have insecurity in Nigeria, and until the hoax narrative of the Christian genocide, then we began to see back-to-back attack in Nigeria. We had for the first 2 years of the president's administration a substantial peace in Nigeria.
Substantial peace.
On the president's watch. After this incident.
Sorry, excuse me. Did you hear what I told you, that allegedly they paid the terrorists, they paid them $7 million? How do you have peace after that? Do you think the next person is not waiting for their meal ticket when you are paying off bad people simply because you cannot put that money into the military, put it into the defense so that these people can get rid of these people? But no, you know where they came from, you know who is backing them, you know who is bankrolling them. But no, you will rather put the money of the people, you will rather give these people, what's the deterrent? They will continue to do it over and over and over and over again. And this man saying that until they change the narratives. Do you know that allegedly again, this same government of Tinubu allegedly paid a PR company in America like $9 million, I guess, maybe $9 million or something around that. Don't quote me, but I know Adiola Fire who made a video. I watched the video about that. They allegedly paid this. It's not even alleged because it was in the news that they paid this PR company so that they can change the narratives about Christian being paying in Nigeria, that it's not disproportionate. It's just that it just happened randomly. Yes, it's true. Both Muslim and Christian are being paying. But the problem is that Christians are being targeted. And the two facts can exist at the same time. But for you to try and change the narratives, that is where it doesn't make any sense. Even though I'm not one of these people that is saying, oh, Trump, come to Nigeria and help us. No, Trump is not helping anybody. No country is coming to help anyone. You will have to help yourself. Ask Burkina Faso. Ask all these other countries. Nobody is coming to help you. You will help yourself, because the thing is, if they come and you think they are helping you, they are not. No, they need something. They want something. They will get what they want, and the country is going to go and ask Libya. Ask Libya, ask Iraq, ask all these other countries they've been to. They leave rebels. That's what they do. So it's not that I'm saying this to say that, oh yes, US need to come in and do this. No, all I'm saying is that what is wrong with our leaders? That is sometimes I look at all these African America talking about, oh, slavery, and I'm thinking in myself, like, slavery is still going on. Slavery never ended. They just gave it a new name. That's my belief. They just gave it a new name. This thing, slavery, colonial era is over. No, it never ends. It just changed. it just becomes like financial slavery. It becomes another form of slavery. And you can't blame these people who aid it, who makes it happen. Our leaders, people like this Balao, whatever he call his name, they will open their mouth and lie. They lie effortlessly, they lie easily, they don't care about the consequences because they never have one, no repercussion, nothing. That's why I see, if I started going deep into all these politics and all of that, it's really wide. It's really wide. And I'll just continue to pray for people over there and also people in UK. I just pray that I don't have any military base close to my house, because the thing is that these Iran people, they were targeting every military base in the Gulf countries, and now it's more or less like Middle East has no peace. If I saw a video yesterday, I was just what? They call it cluster bomb. It looks like fireworks, but at the same time, it looks like, protons. It looks like you are watching galaxy just moving around, and it's literally, they call it a cluster bombs. And these bombs are, they were released by the Iranians, and I think the dome from, I think they send it to Bahrain or one of these country. It's not even now, it's not that Iran is sending their missile to Bahrain. Is mostly Tel Aviv and mostly all the Gulf country around them where US has their base. And the one that causes the fight ahead now, that this man literally lives in the air, is in the air 24/7. He doesn't want to stay in one place. I'm talking about Yahoo Yahoo. I don't want to mention his name. So he literally just ran and started living in the air, and it was the one that has been calling for this thing for years. For years, he's been calling for this thing, because we keep saying that they have the weapon of destruction, they have nuclear weapon. If I play a collation of videos whereby this man is saying that.
Are you okay with having the Americans bomb Nigerian people's homes? I'm not aware of that one. You're not aware.
Why is he saying what? Do you know this man is silly? Let me see who he is. Sorry, I'm trying to get who he is. Is Tinubu's media aid. Oh, Adeshina's work. Do you guys remember Adeshina? The one that always lied for Buhari, that I know everybody will remember Adeshina. That man, oh my God, if he open his mouth like this, lies will just be flying around. You know, when they said, when they asked for CV of this media aid, their CV needs to show that they have to be a pathological liar. Pathological lying has to be part of the criteria before they employ them. That is how this Bala or whatever is. Because it's literally saying that he doesn't know that US bombed Nigeria in December. Like, is he living under the rock? Did he just crawl out from where he was living? Anyway, you guys, I don't want to go too much into all this politics. It's too much. It's too much. Maybe every day now I'll be doing like a 1 minute, 2 minutes video. Not short. I'm just saying, like, on social media, it could be like my circle of people, because I was talking to someone about this Iran one. They said Iran is in war with who? Like, she doesn't even have a clue. Like, no clue at all that something is going on in the world that might affect them. Because see, the fuel price has gone up. The other time I went to buy fuel is like 127. Now it's gone to like 135. We don't know before the end of this week, because Iran is one of the countries that have a lot of fuel. And if I was watching the other day, they said the ship where they ship the crude oil, you can see like the place is clearing up. It's like there's no hold up traffic or whatever to get the oils out and everything. It's because there's war. And when there is war, these things like this go on. When war is going on. So during Ukraine war, oh, these are expensive because of Ukraine. No, it's because of the sanction. And they've sanctioned this country for 47 years. Now we are going to experience austerity. there's going to be austerity. There's going to be, I'm not a prophet of doom. I pray things settle down. But the problem is that the moment some American servicemen are crying simply because of their president's stupidity, now they were saying that, oh, no blood of our this can be lost. We have to, as if those other ones' blood are water. We have to fight back. We have to do this. And they are pulled totally into this war. And some Kurdish are walking in as well. Like, it's just, everything is just reminding me of Matthew 24, Revelation. Like, sorry, I know a lot of people are not religious or spiritual, whatever. But when I read that verse and I'm comparing to what is going on, in fact, that Ukraine war is like a child's play. It's not child's play, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying that this one is worse in the sense that a lot of countries are being attacked. A lot of countries in the Gulf are being attacked. I'm talking about UAE, Bahrain, Azerbaijan, all these countries that is surrounding Israel and everything. On top of what? On top of what? Israel needs to control the Middle East. Like, what does this control? Like, these people are just power drunk. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna leave you. I need to go. This man, I'll keep watching him now, because for me, he's not as slick as additional yet, but he lies same way as additional. Because how can someone be bold-faced saying that he doesn't know about the bomb situation in Nigeria that the US did in December? Like, this man literally said, I don't know about that one. Is he bossy or is he crazy? Like, I don't get it.
Politician in Nigerian history.
Wait, I need to hear this. I don't know what they were talking about.
Tinubu is one of the foremost politicians in Nigerian history. Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words, Daniel? Tinubu has helped in strengthening democracy.
Do you guys, let me give you context to what is going on. Before, I was trying to end this video, but I saw this and I actually need to play it and give you the context of what is going on. So apparently this man has said a lot of nasty things about Tinubu, exactly like Reno Omokri. That's why I put him beside Reno Omokri. So now Mehdi Hasan is asking him, like, Tinubu has created his militia, blah, blah, blah. He was the one that tweeted it, but he doesn't want to agree to it. But this man just said, he was just saying something else. Tinubu never created militia group. Let's see the banter. Let's see the banter, please. Look at his face very well. That's your new additional. That additional face, I can never forget. Even if I see him in the dark, in anywhere in the world, I recognize that man. His children. I don't know why people we subject themselves to this because of greed or because of what they can get from. I don't know. Okay, listen to him.
Tinubu never created a militia. Tinubu is one of the foremost politicians in Nigeria.
Look at his face very well.
Created a militia. Who said those words, Daniel? Tinubu has helped in strengthening democracy.
Hey, really?
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words? Tinubu and his people never created a militia.
Jesus.
So why did you say they did on January 22nd, 2023?
Exactly. I never said that.
And his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria where
that's him saying it, or he said he never said that.
Did it to election. Does he have a militia that tried to kill you? I never said he tried to kill me.
Ah,
I myself have received threats from
such a shameless man.
your words. I never said that.
Ah.
There is threats to life, and I can tell you that because I myself have received threats. You said it was so corrupt, the 2023 election, Tinubu's win. You said that you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
Wow.
I never said that. Where?
Ah. Enjoy, play.
Legitimate complaints were raised all over Nigeria. is what threw me off balance. In fact, I became so sick. For the past 3 days, I found it very hard eating food. So is not just super rich.
Amaroni rofo.
In 2019, 2 armored money trucks were seen going into his house.
Yes.
Coming out of his house.
We all know about that.
No. Point. Did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the boat?
Well, you said it.
Money in the billion vans? How am I to know?
Oh,
you said
God.
It was money in the vans at the time.
Exactly.
2023 February. But there is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through bullion vans, and that person is on their ballot as the presidential candidate.
Wow.
On the eve of the presidential elections, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on the premises, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words, January 2023.
Such a shameless fool.
Have you just disowned everything you said?
No integrity.
To this president? What you just said now, I want to put it on record on my own honor. That's not what I said.
Ah. You know, shock you. Adeshino. Adeshino is so small beside this one. Oh. Daniel Bala. Oh my God. This man is... What the... Side by side of things he said, and he denied all the 3. He couldn't even own it. Like, oh yeah, then I wasn't with him. I didn't know. Like, are these people even prepared for the post they gave them? No integrity, no shame. He was just lying, bold-faced lying. It's really crazy. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining me. The ones that joined, please give this video a thumbs up. Manage the portrait, because on YouTube, if you're doing on phone, you can't actually make it like this. It's going to tell you to turn it back, that you can't rotate it like that. You have to make sure it's on portrait. But I think we had it done. Thank you so much, everyone that joined. Hopefully by next week, everything should be back to normal. And if you have anything to discuss with me, or you have anything to tell me, please, or you want me to cover anything, you want my perspectives, opinion, everyone has one. Please don't forget, DEBBIEFASHSTYLE is all the socials: Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. It's all DEBBIEFASHSTYLE, but preferably Instagram or Snapchat. I answer quickly on those 2 socials. TikTok, I'm still trying to create one, because I couldn't even manage the ones I have. I couldn't keep on top of it, but I will in the long run. God's willing, as I'm getting better by the day. God's willing, I'll get to that. And what again, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share if you like it. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video, upload a short, or coming on live, or anything changes. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Let me pray. I know where to end this. Aha. Winda. Okay. Yeah, I think I know how to end it. Bye.